Hello, wise and wild souls. My name is Brianna Jolie. I am a spiritual mentor, a channel, and an animal priestess. I basically help support people reconnect with their wild, authentic soul self through magic and using their intuitive gifts. Spirit has been begging me to incorporate more and more and more animal medicine into overall my entire work, my programs, my work in my community, and here on YouTube. I have a course that's been in the works and it definitely feels like now is the time. So I'm going to be making some videos a little bit that go into kind of the essence, the core of this new course coming out. And I wanted to give you a taste of it here. So today we're going to be chatting about how to work with our animals through spirit, through our soul, bridging that connection a little bit deeper, bringing magic not only into our lives by working with them, but into their precious lives as well. And the way I'm going to be delivering this today is through the magic of the elements. If you haven't seen already, I've made a plethora of videos about the elements and magic and how they work together. I'll probably even make a separate playlist of all my elements videos, elements or elementals being earth, air, water, and fire. So this is another one to add to it as well. But for now, let's get into this video, how we can bring magic into our pets' lives using the elements. So the first element we're going to be touching into is earth medicine. When working with the element of earth, we're working with Gaia frequency, grounded energy, the foundational roots of our body, our safety, and our system within this kind of human suit, as well as our animals' bodies as well. So when bringing magic into your animal's life by focusing on the element of the earth, a beautiful way to begin this practice with them is by going outside with them. This is really easy if you have a dog and they frequently ask to be taken on walks. Go on the walk with your dog, but how this is going to shift is bringing more awareness into your connection and presence with your animal if you're on a walk with them, if you're taking them outside. So this could look like leaving your phone off, do not disturb, or even at home. I like to always have my phone with me just as a safety feeling, but I definitely put on do not disturb when I am walking my dog, because that is a beautiful moment that not only I can be present in nature, but I can be present with my dog in nature. When I am just present in general with limited distractions, messages come through easier. And by messages, I mean intuitive downloads, ideas that come from spirit that are channeling through me. And quite frequently, I'm bouncing these ideas off of my dog. My dog sends me messages, when we explore the world together. We're both getting those really heightened, beautiful, intuitive sensations, and we're both kind of buzzing and bouncing off one another. Seeing what messages come through, embracing the magic of stillness, of presence, and embracing this slowness that we're not always called to embrace, especially in a very fast-paced society that kind of fuels off of like hustle culture especially. There's really beautiful, magical, intimate moments in stillness and silence, and that is in essence kind of what the earth element is calling us to do. This is a great segue into our second element, which is air. Air is all about our conscious state, our thoughts, ideas, imagination, and it's also an element that supports us in communication. So to bring magical partnership together, why not practice communicating with our animals on a spiritual and telepathic level? So some ways that we can do this. I love this beautiful, really intimate practice with my dogs. I'm going to mention dogs a lot, guys. I have 2 dogs, so it's the easiest thing for me to kind of apply this to, but I've been brought up with cats, guinea pigs, hamsters, rabbits, all kinds of animals. I've been around horses before, so some of these practices might apply to your animals, especially if they're more open to some of these practices, and sometimes it won't. So again, get creative, allow that magic to kind of spark that joy in which how you can bring this element into your practice with your animals. So communication. For me, having 2 dogs, there's a lot of ways that we love to communicate. I communicate with them by reading their body language. I communicate with them on a telepathic level or on an intuitive level. Some ways that I make that communication or that connection even more clearer is by doing this practice where I touch my forehead to my dog's forehead, which I can insert a clip here. It's kind of basically a way in which we're connecting our third eyes together. Other ways I do this is once I've kind of had that grounding moment or stillness and silence, then checking in with my awareness, then coming in to my conscious state of awareness and opening that to them to deliver any messages to me. And if you are curious on receiving a little bit more demonstration or steps on how to do this, that will be included in my course, Animal Ancestors. So working with telepathic communication with your animals, and another kind of key in which doing this is not just assuming what your dog needs or wants. Say if they're barking at you, or if your cat's meowing at you, or your reptile or other little friend, is communicating with you in a way that they've always communicated with you. Ask questions, get curious. I love asking my pets questions. For example, if my dog barks at me, I don't just assume, oh, you need to go out. I'm like, oh, what do you need? And seeing how they react with their bodies and with their spirit and how their soul is speaking through them. I like to ask them questions. Do you want my presence? Do you want to, maybe just take a moment with me? Me and my partner, I've been recently discovering that our dog Odin, he has been asking us to go out way more than usual. And what we realized is we were just assuming that he just kept needing to go out. But then I started asking him questions like, do you want to play? What is it that you need? And really listening and connecting with him on that telepathic communication level and that body language level, so I could really start to listen to him and get a little bit more humble about what I, as a human, sometimes just assume that he needs. Seeing him as a sovereign and magical being, and allowing him to kind of teach me a few things as well. Our next element is fire, and this is all about the spirit, our passion, our creativity, and also in essence our confidence and our leadership. So a way to bring this magic into your life with your animal, one way to do this is by igniting the flame. To do this, I like to exercise with my pet, whether that be taking us both for a run. I know it makes me feel more confident and my pet feel more confident. This could also be doing practices with your pet that just overall heightens their confidence. And me and my partner, I've taken our dog Storm to a couple of trainers before, and we've done confidence building exercises for her specifically because she's a dog that suffers from anxiety and has had trauma in her early pupperhood. So we've done some practices like asking her to place or sit on things that are a little bit higher than she's used to. And that's in increments, meaning we start with something small and we build up and we build up and we build up her jumping abilities to get to that next level. And you could tell in her like body language, her smile, her essence, that she gets really excited when she does it too. And you just see her like so proud and happy as she's like standing on a high like bench or tree kind of structure. She loves it so much. So confidence building exercises for your dog, and or just exercising, lighting up that body fire within you, within your dog, allowing movement being part of your practice with them is really touching into what that fire element is all about. It's kind of breaking that stagnancy or stillness, kind of going in the opposite direction and bringing forward that excitement for life and for being here, and gratitude for using our bodies to allow spirit to move through us. And once we also kind of break up that stagnancy or stillness, if we've been still for a while or unmotivated, we then start to feed into life and feed into things that inspire us or make us feel more creative as well. This could also be getting creative with the ways in which you play or connect with your animals, maybe taking them and yourself to new places, on new adventures, trying out, you know, if your animal is an animal that's interested in like brain exercises, just getting something kind of new or fresh in your lives to get excited about and to practice or play with them in that. The last element in our wheel is water. So this is a practice that I love to do almost daily for myself, and I'm now choosing to practice with my animals because why not bring more magic into their lives? And this is water rituals. And so what I do personally for me is I have a cup or a glass or a bowl of water. I fill my bowl of water and I take my intuitive left hand and I place it over the water and infuse my my thoughts, my soul, my heart into the water, blessing it with any intentions I have for the day, and then sipping that water and continuing to think on and feel that intention as I sip that water. There is a lot of scientific resources that back that water holds energy, water holds frequency, and water can even hold our emotions within it. It certainly does in our body as well. So you can do this practice purely with your intention of pouring what kind of energy you want to hold in your water and sip that for yourself. But of course that's going to apply to our pets too, right? Because every animal, including us, drinks water. So dog, cat, again, whatever kind of creature that you're partnered with and is your soulmate, do this practice with them. Take their bowl or cup of water. For example, like I mentioned, my dog Storm suffers from anxiety. If I know, we might go away on vacation and she needs to stay home with my parents or something else where her schedule might shift or change, taking extra time and care to use my gifts, use my energy, my soul to pour a really loving, beautiful, protective, calming energy into her water for her to drink every day. So that's just kind of a tip on ways in which you can infuse your intention in their water, blessing their water. Maybe your pet is receiving medication for a type of illness, so continuing to help or aid with that healing process for them, you can again fuse whatever intention you have with them into their water. So those are 4 simple ways which we can use each element to inspire our actions to create more magic in our animals' lives, which of course brings more magic and joy into our lives and my life as well. I hope you have fun playing with these tips. There's necessarily no wrong way as long as you are holding your intention true to you and it feels real and authentic to you, and it makes, of course, most importantly, your pet really happy. Play with it, have fun with it, and just be led by spirit. You're an intuitive being, your soul knows what to do, and allow it to guide you, as well as your sweet little friend. Let me know in the comment your pet's name, any elements or practices that you've tried or are about to try, and I'm excited to communicate with you guys on it and continue this conversation as more of these animal videos pour out of me and my soul. I love talking about these things so much. They enrich my life so much, so I hope they do the same for you, and I'll see you all in the next video.